morning, friends. Welcome back to Quail Snail. I'm really glad you're here today. Today's a super exciting day for me. Tomorrow's a super exciting day for my family, but today is the day before we start out on our spring break camping trip. So it is about 10:15 right now, and I am hopeful that in 24 hours we will be pulling out of the driveway and heading for Sequoia Kings Canyon National Park. I know that in the Facebook group for Altos that a lot of people have questions about how much space an Alto has, how people pack, how people get organized. So I thought that it might be enjoyable to come along with me as I get ready for our family of 4 to take a 4-day trip in our Alto 1723. If you can see, I have a production assistant with me today. Let me show you what's here as we get started so you can see what lives in the camper full time. Let's take a quick look at what's in our pantry. This is where a lot of the pre-preparation has already taken place or stays permanently packed. Alright, so here are the things that live in the Alto full time. Our dish towels are packed, our hot pads, we have a mirror for checking our hair in the morning, we have our foil, we have some trash bags. Those are all on the top shelf. I have a container full of, here's some trash bags, some cooking utensils, measuring cups and spoons and things like that. There's a small cutting board ready to go. This is going to be my breakfast box. I'm going to take this inside with me and pack everything I need for breakfast into this box. Breakfast is one of those times where the beds are still made and it's kind of hard to move around in the Alto, so having everything you need for that first meal in one space is going to be super helpful. So I'm going to take this inside with me. Yeah, it's going to be great. The rest of this is going to be packed with food. Here's where our silverware lives full time. I do take this in and wash it at the end of every trip, but it's ready to go now and doesn't require any organizing. So this is a portable sink. When in our camping days, I would take this to the water fountain and wash all of our dishes in it. But it also just holds all of our dishes. We have 5 cups, 5 bowls, 5 plates, and some cocoa or coffee mugs. These little bins I am going to pack, they'll probably be thematically packed. One of these will probably hold all of our supplies for s'mores, and the other one will probably hold all of our snacks for hiking. And again, having things kind of sorted into containers makes it really easy to get to them. And I'm going to take these inside with me as well for packing. Solar says all that checks out. Down here on the bottom shelf, I've got our French press for coffee, a small broom and dust pan. I've got a few mixing bowls. This is a collapsible strainer. I'm going to add an electric kettle and a big cooking pot, and then probably any of our heavier foods that haven't fit on the shelves above. The giant can of peanut butter will probably go in here. So my goal is to fit all of our food into the fridge and this container. I think I'm going to be able to do it. This hidey hole above the stove has a few more essentials in it. We've got our first aid kit, which has supplies we need for a major first aid emergency, but also just like our Advil and Tylenol and things like that. We have some headlamps and book lights in here, some foldable bags so that if we go shopping we have some bags to take with us. USB hub. This is an essential when you're traveling with gamers. This is our holder for the GoPro. And this is sugar for the coffee, and because most of us are glasses wearers in the family, the essential glasses cleaner. I have 2 cigarette lighters to USB-C. We have 2 of these kind of plugs in our Alto and a lot of devices that use those. So those are the essentials packed in that space. Here's a look at what lives full-time in our bathroom storage space. We've got hand soap for the sink. We've got some a year into the pandemic and I don't even know what this stuff is called. Hand sanitizer. We've got hand sanitizer. I love these little wipes. I put these in all of our backpacks when we hike. Hand lotion, some cough drops, and insect repellent, just in case we find ourselves in a buggy situation. Shampoo, sunscreen, dishwashing detergent lives in here while we're traveling. Soap, TP, more TP, some of the surface wipes or anything that spills. And then our cleaning supplies live down in a little bucket in the corner. So the blue goo for the toilet and some antibacterial spray. In the space that's left over, one of these empty spaces will be filled with the boys' toiletries, their toothbrushes and things. And then I'll put my toiletry case up here on the top as we get ready to go. Okay, here is a look at the spaces underneath the back benches, or what turns into be the big bed in the back. So in here full time, I have one bin. We're gonna put some packing cubes in here, and it's going to hold the clothes for all 4 members of the family, our basic clothes. I'm gonna make a cold weather clothes bin that will live in the truck while we're camping, but in general, all of our basic clothes are gonna go in here. It's gonna be super convenient to pull the packing cubes out and toss the right packing cube to the right person at the right time. And this bin will pull out through the door in the front of the cabinet, so I don't have to pop the lid up like this if I don't want to. This is a fold-out shopping bag that is going to become our hamper. So we'll take this bin inside with us as well, which gives us a little more room to look around. I have another bin that same size that holds things that live in the camper full time. So I have 4 towels. These are going to be our beach towels, our bath towels, any sort of towel that we might need. We have a board game. I have some fire starting supplies that live in here. I have some bug repellent candles. I have a hair dryer for when I decide to dry my hair. I have some laundry detergent, which we won't need on this trip, but might need another time. A power strip, and then the absolute most important thing of all, I have our marshmallow toasting forks. I keep a small hand vac in the back here. I also keep a stack of packed cubes that have things we don't usually need, but I have them in case of an emergency or something comes up. I have a roll of duct tape in here, some fireproof gloves, I have some latex gloves, I have waterproof matches, a clothesline, water filter drinking straw. So far in all of our camping adventures, I haven't needed to get into this bin, but I keep it with us just in case. I have 2 sleeping bags right here. This is Noah's sleeping bag and this is Miles's sleeping bag. They squish down in this space over here. So the boys' bedding goes here. When we pack tomorrow and get everything in here, we'll probably sneak a couple pillows in here as well. Over here against the wall of this cubby, this is where we keep our manuals for everything in the Alto. This is our ultimate RV logbook where we track our campgrounds, where we've stayed, and keep information there. And then this is a journal that our grandma gave us where we log each of our camping adventures, something cool that happened on that trip. So these things stay in here full time as well. Over on the other side, this is the double sleeping bag that Nathan and I will use on our beds. There's room for plenty more in here. We usually end up storing camera gear and other breakable things in this space while we're on the road. This is the cabinet that has the water heater, so there's no storage available there. All right. Okay, so let's check in and see where we're at. It is 10 minutes to 5 and we've made some good progress. The food is packed. All of that food from the kitchen table is stowed in the pantry. I'll show you that in a minute. The fridge is about halfway packed. There are some more perishable items that I'll throw in the morning before we go, but our semi-perishable items are in there. Oh yeah, we're doing okay. You have to remember with your fridge, you're not going to be able to cool things off, but if you put things in that are cold, they'll stay cold. So my soda cans are cold, and in here I've got bread and bagels so far. I'll load it up the rest of the way tomorrow morning. In here, this is where you're going to see the biggest change. On this top shelf, here's our breakfast box. We've got cocoa, coffee, marshmallows, honey, and oatmeal. I've got 1 special package of cereal. I've got 2 containers of peanut butter and 1 container of almond butter. All of our snacks for our hikes are back here. Our marshmallows, 1 bowl of fruit. All right, I've got our graham crackers for s'mores, some chips, some goldfish crackers. This is our chocolate bin. I've got a little bit more Easter candy to put in there and some pasta to make later. I've got our water boiler. There's my coffee pot again. I've got all sorts of chippy snacks back in there. I've got our pot for making pasta. You'll remember our strainer, more fruit. And then I've got a bagel slicer in the back. So that is where we're at with the food. So I've gathered most of our hiking gear here. I'm gonna pack it all up and load it into 1 container, which will go in the back of our truck, and it'll all be ready when we get ready to go on a hike. Okay, so this is all ready to go. It's got the boys' camelbacks in it. It's got the bladder for my camelback, which I'll tuck in my camera backpack. It's got a hat for everyone, trekking poles for everyone. The boys each have their own set of binoculars, and we've got some walkie-talkies with rechargeable batteries and a charger. When Nathan gets packed, he will find his camelback, and there's probably just enough room for him to stick that in here as well. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing that we did with the hiking gear with our cold weather gear. The weather is not supposed to be that cold. A lot of this is probably overkill. However, cold weather gear is very light. It's gonna fold up really nicely. It's all gonna fit in this bin, and I'm gonna toss it in the back of the truck. And then if we need something, we're gonna have some options. There we go. Everybody has a sweatshirt, a jacket, hats, and gloves. So we may never get into this bin, but it'll be good to have it if we need it. So into the truck it goes. Okay, it's now 6:58. It's almost 7, and we're just about done in the camper for the day. We have got our clothes packed, and in these packing cubes, mine's the biggest one, the purple one on top, Noah's blue and Miles's green. Nathan will end up throwing his clothes in a backpack. I've got our national park passports tucked in this corner. So tomorrow morning we'll toss some pillows and things in here when we get ready to pull out. I've also filled up my bedside caddy here with this cool book, which I just got very excited about. Scenic Science of the National Park. So I'm gonna be reading some of that to the boys as we go. I've got my favorite California hiking book. And then I've got a Sequoia Kings Canyon National Park map and a Sierra Nevada wildlife fold out. In the morning, we'll finish loading in our pillows and toothbrushes. Nathan's got the hitch on the truck. He'll check the air pressure on the tires in the morning and make sure we've got all of our cables and hoses and things like that. And then we'll be on the road. See how close to 10 we get. See you tomorrow. All right. We're close. It is 10:21. We're a little behind schedule, but not much behind schedule, and we've certainly been later. The Alto is packed. I'm about to lower the lid and call this good. We just need to load up a couple more things in the truck, check our tire pressure, hitch up, and pull out. Let me show you how the Alto looks when it's fully packed. In our table area, we have a few friends and some pillows. We have 2 pillows over there. There's nothing happening under the table, though we certainly have packed things here before. There's nothing in our aisles. I'm going to lift those 2 wedges back onto the benches before we go. But again, I do know folks definitely sometimes store chairs or extra baggage here, but we're all set there. Our bathroom shelves have been loaded up with the rest of our toiletries. The fridge is packed. We have all of our beverages, our dairy products, our cheeses. Check out this freezer too. A load of stuff in the freezer. But for now, we're gonna go camping.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, and
don't forget to like and subscribe to Quail Snail.
All right, awesome
Cool.
job. See you next time.
Bye.
Quail Snail. Like and subscribe and hit that bell icon and so never miss another video. Like and subscribe, hit the bell icon, never miss another video. Do it right now.